Hello everyone. Hello, can you hear me?
Good evening, sir. Yes, sir.
Good evening.
हाँ मैं भी फोन कर सकते हैं ना आपको.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Da. Hello, everyone. Shall we start? Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Shall we start?
Yes, sir. We can.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We can.
I am sharing my screen. Please let me know. So, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, in the last class, we saw how we can create different types of arrays and different type of functions like copy, fill, and empty. Those type of things we saw. So today what we are doing is we will see some mathematical function using arrays. Okay, so first I am defining here I am directly working with 2D matrices, 2D arrays. So if you want 1D arrays, you can work later also. So let us assume x equal to numpy dot array comma to 3 comma 4. Sorry. So x is that one, and now y is numpy dot array 5 comma 6 7 comma 8. So this is another array. So in mathematical we already always start with plus, like addition. So for addition we have here we can do directly an array 1 plus array 2, or we can also do numpy dot add, like x dot add y. So now what we can do is x plus y. So it will means it will add the elements by some their position. So 1 5 6 2 6 8 3 7 10 and 4 8 12. And if I can also do numpy dot add x comma y. So in this way also we can do. So numpy dot add is a inbuilt function in the Python for numpy package, or directly we can use plus symbol as we use directly. So here the summation will always happen by element wise. Now similarly we'll see the subtraction. So subtraction also what we can do is we can either use minus symbol or we can use numpy dot subtractor. So here also it will be done by element wise and produce a new array. So for example we can see x minus y. So here what happen, x minus y will give the element wise. So it will give the difference of minus 4 minus 4 minus 4 minus 4, or we can also do y minus x. So here the values will come positive because the values in the y are greater than the x. So always remember addition and the subtraction will go do by element wise. Now also we can use another function that numpy dot subtract x comma y. So here we can get. So if you give x early, so it will do x minus y. If you give y minus comma x, it will do y minus x. So this is how we can differentiate the x comma y and y comma x. But in addition, either x comma y and y comma x is both are fine because there won't be any effect. And coming to the multiply, so here we can use for multiplication we can use star symbol as we will do other one, or we can also do numpy dot multiply. So this one also we can use. This will always happen by element wise. Numpy dot multiply x comma y. So here also it will happen element wise. So for example, if you want the multiplication at a matrix wise, like array wise, what we can do is we can use at that of symbol, or we can use nd array dot this function. So we can check x at that of y. So this will give the multiplication at the matrix level. Previous one what we use the star symbol or multiply will give the multiplication at element wise. So element wise means the corresponding elements. So for example, here 1 and 5. So 1 into 5 5. So 2 into 6 12. 3 into 7 21. 4 into 8 32. But here what will do is when you use at that of our number array dot, so it will give 1 into 5 plus 2 into 7, so that is 19, like that it will give. So it will give matrix wise. Also you can do is x dot y also. So it will also give same results as that of that matrix wise. So this is the multiplication. And similarly we can see the divide. So here divide we can use directly the divide symbol, or we can use numpy dot divide. So x divided by y. So it will give like that, or y divided by x, it will give this one. And we can also use the function numpy divided by x comma y. So this will give the x divided by. If you want to y divided by xy, you have to use numpy dot divide y comma x. So which is similar to the x comma y in subtraction. So it will give y by x values. And also what we can do is we can do square root, and we can use square also. For square root what we can do is we can use, there is a function called numpy dot square root. It will also give the element wise square root and gives a new array. So for example, x numpy dot sqrt of x. For x we can do square root, and for y also numpy dot so in this way we can also find the square root but element wise. And now coming to the square of the element. So for example, if you have an array and we want to find the element square of each element, so there we can use the double quotes. So now for example x. So this will give the square. So x 3. It will give the 3 cube x. So this will give the square root again. So in this way we can also do some mathematical operations for the arrays. So this is how we can do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and square root and square, or square or any power of elements. Actually that is the power of elements. So do you have any doubt till now in mathematical operation?
No, sir.
So it's clear, na?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Clear,
Yeah,
clear.
so now we can move to the another one. So where it will be the joining of arrays. So what happened now? We have two arrays, but we want to combine those two arrays. So one way of doing that one is using the function called the concatenate. So it will combine the both arrays. Uh, and so first we will test for 1D elements array. So first we have already x and y. So what I will do is, so I use the numpy dot, so we can check whether x y. So these are 2D arrays. So first we will take the 1D array. So for example, a equal to numpy dot array 1 2 3 equal to numpy dot array 4 5 6, sorry, so B is this one. Now we want to concat this one. So what happened? A new array equal to numpy dot concatenate A comma B. So here it is giving error because what we are doing is we have to give only one argument. So for that what we have is we have to put a comma b as one argument in brackets. So if we go here, so now it will work. So now new array. So this is 1 2 3 4 5 6. So if you give numpy dot concatenate b comma a, then it will give 4 comma 5 comma 6 1 comma 2 comma 3. So we can try that one also. So here see, so the how you are giving matrix order also sometimes important. So here numpy concatenate b comma a, so it will give the 4 5 6 1 comma 2 comma 3. So now we can see for 2D matrices. So we have already defined 2D matrices x and y. So what you can do is we can do here using concatenate. And remember that if you don't mention anything, then it will take by default, that is column wise. Or if you want to do by row wise concatenate, you have to mention axis equal to 1 here. So for rows axis is equal to 1 and for columns axis is equal to 0 and default. So now for example we can see array new equal to numpy dot concatenate x comma y. So this will give the concatenate array at column wise. So that will give 1 comma 2 3 comma 4 5 comma 6 7 comma 8. So if you want it is row wise concatenation, so we have to give the axis equal to 1. So then what it will do, it will concatenate along with row. So it will give the 1 comma 2 comma 5 comma 6. So it will give 1 comma 2 5 comma 6. So this will concatenate row wise 3 comma 4 7 comma 8. So if it is default, then it will give 1 comma 2 3 comma 4 5 comma 6 7 comma 8. So it will be column wise. Or you can give axis equal to 0 for producing at column wise also. So it will also give the same, which is because it is a default bid. So it means default axis value. So this way we can join using the concatenator. There is one more function which we can join the arrays using the stack. So stack is also same, but here what happen, it will create a done along with a new axis. For example, we can do for x and y. So a and b, 1D dimensional array. So we have already a, so we have b. So now for we can try this stack. So which is similar to that one, but it will here create new axis, that is column wise, because 1D array what we are doing here. So here directly attaching that one, but here what it will done, it will add by column or it will add by new row. So we can see array new equal to numpy dat stack a comma b. So array new, so it will be concatenating column wise, because as the default one is column wise. So if you want to do row wise, same, we have to put axis equal to 1, axis equal to 1. So array new, so this is now it is adding 1 2 3 and 4 5 6, but when you are doing is concatenate, it will give the 1 2 3 4 5 6, so everything in one row for 1D dimensional array. But in stack what you can do is we can create from 1D arrays 2 dimensional arrays or multi-dimensional arrays. So is it clear? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So you can practice if you want, you can, I will give some time 2 to 3 minutes, because if you practice now you can understand, and you can keep your code practice code with you, so that you can verify whenever you want. So can I proceed, or need to wait for practice?
Hello, sir.
So wait a minute.
Yeah.
What this axis is equal to 1 represents?
So axis equal to 1 represents, so the means the two arrays are joining by column row wise. Axis equal to 0 means the two arrays are joining by row column wise. So 1 means row, 0 means column wise.
Okay, sir. What will happen if we give axis is equal to 2?
No, your voice is not clear.
What will happen when axis becomes axis is equal to 2? Then we give the
So it
value of
won't be.
axis.
So it won't be. For example, when you are creating a function, so if you won't give the argument which is required, and if you give other one, what will it throw? It will throw error, na? So if you give 2, so it will throw error, because that is a function which where it will take only argument as axis as 0 or 1. It won't take more than that one. So it is like creating a function inside the Python. So it is inbuilt function.
Okay, sir.
So shall we move?
Yes, sir.
So now what we are doing is we saw how we can join the arrays. So starting we saw creating arrays, then we saw mathematical operations, then we saw the joining arrays. Now we see the splitting arrays. So for given array, how we can split into different arrays. So it is exactly reverse of joining. So here we can use a function called array split. So it will break the array into multiple arrays. Actually there is one more array, one more function, that is split also, but it will be available for all elements, because I will tell you why, what is the difference, exactly difference between them. So first we can take an array, array 1 equal to numpy dot array 1 2 3. So now what we are doing is we are splitting this array into two parts. So what I will do is array new equal to numpy dot array split array 1 comma 2. So array new, so it will divide into the two parts and gives, for example, if I want to divide into 4 parts, 4 parts. So here also it is give array new, but here what it will do is first it will divide into the two parts, then it will take 1 comma 1. So here it will adjust the element according to the size. But I told you one more function is split. So for example, if I want to do split it will divide exactly. For example, it won't work when we give, so because when it is not divided properly, means exactly. For example, there are 6 elements. So if you ask to divide into the 2, that is 1, because 3 will come. And if you divide it, ask to divide into 4, it will be difficult, because we cannot divide 6 elements into 4 parts exactly. So that's why we are not using split always. So that's why we use array split, which help when there is size will also different. Here it will give, but it won't work with split option. Now we can also see the 2-dimensional array. So in 2-dimensional array, for example, we can take array 1 equal to numpy dot array 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So now array 1 is, so it is 4 by 2. So now what we can do is we can divide that one into the 3, for example. So what we can do is array new equal to numpy dot array split array 1 comma 3. So array new. So here what it is doing is it is trying to divide into the 3 parts exact, means based upon size. But if we try with split option array, so it won't, because it won't adjust the elements according to the size. So the main difference between split and array split is when there is no exactly size which is matching to the array, so their array split will be adjust the element according to the size we given, but split option won't take according to the size. So this is how we can split the array. So do you have any doubts? Hello.
Sir, wait 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Over.
So this is splitting an array. So next we are moving to searching arrays. So for example, there is one array. We want to search whether particular element is present in the array or not. So what we can do is we can use a function called numpy.where. So here we can search an item in that one, and we can return the index of that element. We won't return the value. So numpy.where it will be search an array for a certain value and returns the indexes that get a match. So always remember the numpy.where will return the index value, not the its value. So now we can find, for example, we can have take some array. So there are, for example, already we defined a. So array 1, 2, 3. So if I want to find whether the 2 is present or not, so what we can do is x equal to for example x equal to numpy dot where
You You put double X.
Yeah, that's fine. Because I already defined x
Okay.
comma y already earlier, na? So I want to use them back. That's why I used name double x.
Okay.
So double x equal to numpy dot where. So a equal to 4. So where the element equal to 4. So we'll get sorry. So here now double x. So it will give empty because there is no 4 inside the a. So if I put 2, so if now it will give the 1 array of 1 means the position 1, it will give have the element 2. So this is one thing. And for example, there are multiple means repetition. So for example, a equal to numpy dot array uh, numpy dot array 1 2 5 6 2 8 2. So there are 2 repetition. So now what we can do is xx equal to numpy dot where 2 a equal to 2. So if we see xx, so it will give 1 4 6 because it has the at 4 1 then 4 and 6. So is it clear?
Yes, sir.
And also we can also find some string, means we can also work with strings also. For example, I will tell that numpy dot array and say wait b Bangalore and I can say Mumbai, for example. A is this values. Now what we can do is we can find whether the, for example, Hyderabad is presented in A or not. So what we can do is same xx equal to numpy dot where I can say equal to Hyderabad. Which value it will give?
Zero.
So it won't write anything. 0 means index, so you cannot say 0 because in Python index will start from 0. So it is empty. So nothing will write. So if I say Mumbai, for example, it will give 3 because it will be 0 1 2 3. So in this way you can also work with floats also. And for example, what I can do is there will be a list of elements, means in the array. So I want to find whether the given value in that array is an even or odd. So what we can do is we can do, for example, we have already we can define a equal to numpy dot array. I can say 2, 5, 7, 8, 9, 12, 16. So this is one array. So now I want to find whether particular the which elements are the even and which elements are the odd. So what I can say that numpy dot where a. So how we can find remainder? So percentage symbol 2 equal to 0. So if it is divisible by 2, it will be even number. So we can find. So this will be so the even numbers are at position 0, 3, 5 and 6. So the elements of that positions are even. So if I want to check whether which elements are at odd, so this one I can do. So because if it is not, we can also say that if it is not 0, then we can say absolutely it is odd number. We can also say that 1 or anything, we 1, 2, 4, or I can also say that not equal to 0. It will also give same answer. So is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So this way we can do searching. So we saw how we can join the arrays, how we can split the arrays, how we can find the elements in the arrays. So now what we can do is we can see the sorting. So what we can do is sorting. Sorting means we can keep either in ascending order and descending order. Okay. So here what we can do is we can use a function called numpy dot sort. So wait, you do you completed this one searching, or do you want time?
Sir, wait 1 minute.
Yeah, sure. It's over.
Yes, sir. Over.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
now you can see. For example, you can see A1. We have some elements like 5, 4. You can say, for example, 5. Sorry. A1 equal to numpy dot array 5, 2, 3, 1, 4. Okay. So now we want to sort them. So what we can say that array of 1 dot sort. So what you can get array of 1. So that is 1, 2, 3, 5, which will give the ascending order. Or what you can do is we can also use numpy dot sort on array 1. So it will, with this is also give same one. Now we are getting ascending. If you want to get descending order, what we can do is we array of 1 minus 1, which we used earlier for reversing elements, and sort. It will give array of 1. So it will give 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it is in descending order. So is it clear for 1D array? Even we can type, we can sort cities, or you can fruit. For example, there will be like fruit array. What you can do is numpy dot array for example, there will be like fruit, banana, apple, grapes, cherry. So what we can do is, now what we can do, we can also sort this one, fruits, array dot sort of fruits array. So let's see here how it will. So it is sorted based upon the alphabeticals. So previous numbers will be, it is based upon numerical values. Here it is based upon the alphabeticals. So this way we can sort the 1D arrays. So do you have any doubt in 1D arrays? Hello.
No, sir.
Okay. So now we can see the 2D arrays. So for example, there will be an array, and that is numpy array dot array example 3, 2, 4, 5, 2, 0. So this is 2D array. So array of 1. So it will be a 2D array. Now what we can do is we can sort this one, numpy dot sort array of 1, or we can also do array array of 1 will give the values in the sorting order. So here if you see each row it will be separate. So for this row, for example, there is 3, 2, 4. So it will be kept 2, 3, 4, and for this value, the array vector that will be 0, 1, 5. Okay. We can also do in ascending order, descending order, which is similar to the previous one. Array 1 dot sort array 1. So it will give in still it is giving ascending order only.
The -1.
Yes, I forgot. Okay, it is not applicable for today arrays, I think. Okay, and one more thing what we can do is we can also do sort by using the axis. So for example, if you want to only one dimensional array complete after sorting, so what you can do is array of 1 dot sort array of 1 comma axis equal to 0. So this will give the sort along with the first axis, that is
Column wise.
yeah, column wise 0, 0, 1, 4. So now if you want to, so here if you give none, it will give the complete flat array. So there won't be any two-dimensional array or like that. Okay. Now what we can do is we can also try with similar to the strings, but here what we can do is we can also sort values using the some specific like column or row. For example, what I can say that I will mention an table like name, height and age. For example, I will say that d type. First I will mention what is the type. So d type equal to, so name will be so of length on 10, so s10 comma then height comma it is a float, then age comma age. So this is integer. So these values we will define in a array. For example, values here values equal to for example I can say RAM. So this will give a name to each column and what type of that value. So for example, we are saying that name is a string, but we cannot give numbers. So RAM, then height I can give 1.8 like that. Then I can give weight 52. Then I can give another name Kumar. Height of 1.7. Then I can give a weight age, for example age, no, this one, sorry. So I can give 26, and I can give one more name, Anand. I can give 1.4 and age of 42. So what we can do is, now we are creating an array, numpy array, that is a equal to numpy dot array. So here what we are doing is, we are taking values, and here we are mentioning what is the type for each one. So d type equal to d type. So a equal to sorry, I given wrong name there. Now if you see a, so it will be the Ram, then Kumar and Anand, with the name first one belongs to, then height, and then age. So for example, what I can do is, if I want to sort by age, what I can do is numpy dot sort. I can give name. Now name is a. Now order equal to, I can give age. This will give the according to the age. So it will give 26, then 42, then 52. So if I want to do in terms of height, so what I can do is, I can give height. If you see here, then here it will come 1.4, 1.7, that is Anand, Kumar, Ram. Here it is going Kumar, Anand, Ram. So in this way we can create names for each column, and we can also sort according to them. So is it clear? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
So
why d type is equal to d type written?
so it is like type, it is written for each one. So name will be the first one, this one, and this one string of 10 bytes, and this one is height, this one is a float of 8 bytes, less than 8 bytes, and age is this one, and that is less than integer of 4 bytes. So for each element it is a type, because we are writing, it is like a table, database type. So one more thing we need to remember is, when we change the elements in the type, so they will keep the original type. For example, there will be like all integers. So if you give a float value, it will be gives the only integer value. So for example, a equal to numpy dot array. Now a is array. So for example, if I want to replace a of 2, so what I can do? If I, for example, if I given 5.5, see, even it is a float, it is keeping as its originality. That is, it is only keeping integer value of that which value which we are replacing. For example, if it is a integer, if it is a float, now I have float values. For example, if I replace one element, that is a of 4, with some value 10, which is an integer, so it remains keeps the float. So the type of the elements in the array will be same even if we try to change the elements, because it don't want to lose its originality. So is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So now if suppose if you have some operations like product or something, so then it's change the its data type. For example here, so if you use x star 0.4, so it is changing to the float now. Sorry, wait. So now it is integers. Now if we see this one a4, so it will give all floats. So it is changing its type with a new type when you do some operations. So there is flexibility that we can, if there is some operation, it will change to its new data type, or if you only modify elements, then it will be keep its originality. Now always, I told you also earlier, so always try to keep same data in the array. If you are planning to replace with some other type of data, so then it will be a throw error. For example here, a is integer. For example, if I want to change a of 0 with some name ram, which is a string, so it will throw error because it won't take that one. For example, even if I change with float, so it will here it is taking integer value as explained before. So this is only same data type is allowed. Now another is subsetting. So subsetting how we can do is, so for example there is an array. So what we can do is, for example, if the array only need to print array values of greater than 5 or array values of less than 5, so there we can use this one. So for example, now we have a 10 1 2 3 4 5. So if I want to print a greater than 5, so it will give which elements is the greater than 5. If I want to get those elements, what I can do is a of a greater than 5. It will give only 5. If I say that a greater than less than 5, so it will give 1 2 3 4. So in this way we can do some subsetting. So like calculating, here I mentioned an example. So there is a height and weight, we calculate the BMI. So we want to sort out the people who have BMI more than 25. So there it will can use. So for example, height equal to numpy dot array. Height, for example, 1.87, 1.78, 1.72, 75. Now we can also keep weight. So here what we can do is we can take some weight like numpy, so dot weight, sorry, numpy dot array. We can say 25, not 25, 52, 46, 89. So now what we are doing is we are calculating BMI. BMI equal to weight divided by height 2 times. Sorry. So now BMI we have these values. So if I want to know the BMI values which is greater than 25, so what I can do, BMI greater than 25. So sorry. BMI. So it will give the values where it will be true and where means condition is satisfying. So if we want particular elements, we can access BMI of BMI greater than 25. So it will be like that. Okay, so in this way what we can do is we can do subsetting also. So this is how we can do use NumPy package for creating arrays and how we can do for mathematical operations and searching, sorting and joining arrays, these type of things. So is it clear or do you have any doubts?
Clear, sir.
So no one have any doubts, no?
No, sir.
Okay then. So this is NumPy. So next class what we can do is we can look after about the pandas on Sunday. So NumPy it is over now.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So everyone is
Sir,
it fine, na? Yeah, tell me.
Yes, sir. So before that, like I just need to check whether it is downloaded or not. To like, I just need to type import pandas. So if it is
Yeah.
coming, so then I can use it, right, sir?
So everyone please see whether import pandas is installed or not by next class.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. So thank you everyone. See you on Sunday. And also for quiz 4 I send you the grade marks and you can, if you have any doubts, you can mail me or you can comment in Google Classroom. And for midsem I will finalize by this weekend or next weekend. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Chalo, bye. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Good night. Bye bye.